Welcome to our Greene Acres. Today's video is going to be all about a creative box that I just received. So I want to show y'all some projects of some things that I'm going to make with the things in this box. If y'all are not familiar with Sonnet over at Sonnet's Garden and Blooms, I'm going to link her information down below. But she has a monthly subscription box, and if you are a creator, a DIYer, you love upcycling things, you will love her monthly subscription. Some of these items in these boxes are made exclusively for her in these boxes, and you won't be able to find them anywhere else. Roy's from Roy's Cycled Decoupage papers. She has created some beautiful papers to go in these boxes, and also Connie with the painted photographer. Look at these beautiful rice papers. So some of these items you will only be able to get exclusively for the subscription of these boxes. I'm going to leave a link down below if you're interested in getting a monthly subscription to these boxes, because y'all, it is like Christmas Day. This box will be delivered to your doorstep. You won't know what you're going to get, so it's going to be like Christmas morning and having a huge surprise to open. This is the August box that I received, but there is another one coming out for September. I can't wait to see it because I know it's going to be filled with some fall supplies. She gives you some coordinating colors and things that will go well on some project pieces that you may have laying around that you just didn't know how to upcycle. This box right here will help you get creative. So I'm going to take some of the supplies out of this box, and I'm going to show you some ways of how we can use them and how all the colors and the textures come together. She gave us these beautiful little rice papers. I just cut one of these out. I got a little piece of scrap pallet wood that I had. So y'all, this is just a great way to use some supplies you already have on hand, and you can upcycle them and make them some beautiful decor, especially for the upcoming fall season. Now, I'm just using super glue to apply this one, but you can always use a decoupage medium like Mod Podge or DIY liquid patina. Once I got it applied, I rolled over it really well with my brayer just to make sure it went down in the grain of that wood really well, and then I just go around the edges using a finger sander, sand away any excess paper. Once I do that, I want to rough it up, make it look like it is worn into this wood, and make it very rustic looking. So I just go around and sand around the edges and give it a distressed look. I'm going to poke back through the little holes that was already on my pallet wood piece, and then I'm going to take the keys. Sonnet did not disappoint on this box. She even gave us some embellishments to embellish our projects with. So I just took some twine, I tied one of the keys on, and now we've got a beautiful piece that we can set out for fall or to get us through the rest of the summer. Another great piece that was in this box was this beautiful sheet of decoupage paper. Now this is by Cycled Decoupage papers. This one right here has got some great graffiti and graphics on it. And so I just took this and I took it out to where I have a lot of my supplies out in an outdoor building. And I just kind of went through my supplies just to see what kind of project pieces I had that I could use this beautiful decoupage paper on. And I thought, hey, I'm going to decoupage some candlesticks. Now you can use candlesticks or you can use any LED candles for this type project. And we're just going to do some candlestick wraps. I'm just showing you the prices on these candlesticks. These were all less than $10 at Salvation Army. So what a budget-friendly project. But the first thing I wanted to do was I wanted to paint my base white where my decoupage paper would go around the center of the candlesticks. And I was going to leave the candlesticks the way they were original, but once I got the white on there, and then I kind of put the decoupage paper up against it, and I changed my mind. So I went around and I painted all the candle holders. I painted them with drop cloth by Dixie Belle, and I gave them a couple of layers, and this is a chalk paint. So now I just want to cut down the decoupage paper to go around the candle holders. The easiest way to do this, and this way you can always change out the graphic on your candle holders if you want to, and just always, make different wraps for your candle holders for different seasons or for just whatever theme or style you have in your home. I'm just going to use glue stick. That way, once you ever want to change it out, it'll be very easy to remove, and you can just change it out for some different decoupage paper. So I just cut the paper down to wrap around my candle holders. Then I'm just applying it on the ends and smoothing it down really good. And like I say, I'm just using a good quality glue stick for this. This will hold the paper in place really well, and just work it around your candle holder to where you get it tight and you work out any wrinkles that you may have. This is such a quick way to transform your candle holders and give them a really unique look, and what character it adds to these. Okay, let's keep on creating and having fun with our creator box. Now I'm going to take this fusion paint that Sonnet has in the box, and the color of it is lichen. You get a small bottle of it, and this is a great way to try out new products to see if you like them and you want to maybe invest in them, for future projects. So this is just a great way to sample new items. Now I'm going to take this beautiful paper. Now this is exclusive for Sonnet. Connie with the Painted Photographer created this especially for Sonnet. So this is an exclusive rice paper. So this is absolutely beautiful. This has some gorgeous colors in it. Now I'm going to rough it up. I want it to look really rustic because I painted my wood piece with that beautiful lichen green, and I'm just going to go around now with some water. I moistened up all the edges really well. I crumbled it up, and then I'm going to go around, tear the edges, and I'm going to crumple it up some more, because what we want to do is we want to get a really worn look. I'm going for a really worn and rustic look, and we're going to make a beautiful piece that I think will be very unique for the fall season. Now I just lined up the paper to get it in the center of my board, and now I'm just going over it with DIY liquid patina, but you can also use Mod Podge. This type paper, you really want to wet your surface, and you also want to wet your paper really well with your decoupage medium. That way it will adhere to your project a lot better. So that's what I'm doing here, and then I'm going to put a layer on top of it, coat it down really well, and then I'm going to roll over it with my brayer just to make sure I've got all that decoupage medium worked out to the edges, and it's laying really flat, and it's adhered really good. Now once it dries, I'm going to show you the difference of what an electric sander can make on making this really rustic and primitive looking. I'm going to take it outside. This is what it looks like before. Now I took it outside, and with the electric sander I went over it really well. I kind of wanted to beat it up and give it that really torn look, because like I say, we're going more primitive with this. So I'm going over it now with some wax, and I'm using a really pretty, I think this is called brown sugar. This is by Paint Couture. This is a really good wax. If you want one that is brown but it's not super dark, and I did unload a lot of it off my wax brush, but I went over the whole piece just to give it more of that rustic and worn look. Now I'm going to take some of those keys that Sonnet gave us to embellish our projects with, and I'm going to paint one with that beautiful turquoise color that was in my box. That turquoise paint was absolutely beautiful, y'all, and I can't wait to use it on some more projects. Now look how beautiful all these colors and textures come together, and we made such a beautiful, unique piece. I love to take project pieces that I've already upcycled and made other projects out of, and reuse them and refresh them and make new things out of them. So that's what I'm doing. This was like a little Hallmark plaque that I got at Salvation Army for 50 cents. I'd already painted it and put it in a video as another DIY project, but we're going to use it and recycle it again. So I'm just cutting down another one of these really pretty rice papers that's in the box, and I just cut one of these graphics down. I cut all the excess paper off. I position it on the plaque where I'm going to want it, and then I'm going to go over it with some more beautiful paint that Sonnet had in this box. Now this gives me a really good way to get creative. Y'all know I use a lot of neutral colors in my home and on my projects, but this gives me a way to really get out of my comfort zone and experience and use some different paint colors that I probably normally wouldn't use. But I absolutely love this color, and the color of this is by, I think this is a fusion paint, and I think the name of it is called Wellington. I just painted around the edges, and then I just applied my graphic back, and I used some good quality school glue, put the little hanger back on it. Now I'm going to go over the edges just a little bit with some dark wax. I think this dark wax right here is by DIY, and I'm just going to go around and just really hit those edges. I'm just going to go around to the frame of where I put that Fusion Wellington paint on, go around it and just give it more of a little brown tone. And this step right here is totally optional. I just thought it would give it a little bit more dimension. And now look what a beautiful piece this made, and only paid 50 cents for this project piece. And by the help of Sonnet's creative box, I really had fun making something that I normally probably wouldn't make, and it really got me out of my comfort zone of using white paint and trying a new dark color, and I absolutely love it. Okay, y'all, we're at the end of the video, but I hope y'all enjoyed seeing the few projects that I had time to make with some of these beautiful pieces that was in Sonnet's creative box. I didn't get to all of them, so y'all, I still have lots of product and items that I can use for future products. So I love that denim milk paint that she included. I can't wait to use more of that turquoise. She also put some caviar black paint in there. So y'all make sure to check out my description box, and also I'll leave a pinned comment with the link to take you over to join up for her subscription box. And I cannot wait. Like I say, get signed up so you'll start receiving these creative boxes for the September launch for sure. That way you'll receive one every month, and I can't wait to start using all the things that she sends in these boxes, and I know I'm going to look forward to it every month just to see what kind of surprises I'm going to get and how I can get creative and really get me out of my comfort zone to try some new items that I normally wouldn't use. Until the next video, y'all, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'd love for you to join my family over here on YouTube. Make sure to click the bell so you'll be notified when I upload new videos. Make sure to go over and connect with me on all the social media platforms so we can always stay connected. Until the next video, I hope y'all have a blessed week, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye, y'all.